Hi everyone, welcome! The new episode of Peter's English podcast has been started again. I'm your host Peter. My podcast is about learning English, writing, streaming and recording my own English novel, Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. The last live episode was about chapter 4 of season 2, Viera the Vampire Girl Diary, and this episode is something different. But first I want to introduce myself. Hi everyone, I'm Peter, I'm 34 years old. I like learning English and I want to speak English fluently because I like learning English. I want to have better paid job, I want to visit foreign countries, and I want to live without language barriers. I want to meet with other learners of English who like learning English, doing their own English podcast and writing their own English novel. We can create our community. And this was the introduction for this episode. And now we can continue with what we can play, what we can do. I've prepared something with Microsoft Copilot. I want to do some role plays with it, and we can start. Here is, got it, Peter. Here is serious role play, job interview for a creative content producer. Scenario: you're applying for a position at a media company that values storytelling, podcasting and digital creativity. I'll play the interview. The tone is professional but warm and the questions are designed to show your strengths, reflect on challenges and explore your vision. Question 1. Personal introduction. Peter, thank you for joining us today. Could you start by telling me a bit about yourself, your background, and what inspired you to start your podcast? Yes, of course. Hello, I'm Peter, I'm 44 years old. I like learning English and doing my podcast and writing my own English novel, that is Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. I want to learn English because learning English is my hobby. I want to visit foreign countries. I want to live without language barriers. What else? Tell me a bit about yourself, your background, and what you inspired you to start. Yes, I decided to start my Peter's English podcast because I want to stream like my hero, Luke Thompson from Luke's English podcast, and I wanted to practice my speaking skills in English. And that's the main goal of my podcast. The main goal of my podcast is practicing my speaking skills about every topic in English, but the main goal is learning English and reading my own English novel, Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. Question 2. Creative process. Your podcast blends satire, everything. How do you approach storytelling when turning everyday events into compelling content? It's my hobby. I like podcasting too, and that's it. I don't care about anything. Question 3. Handling pressure. Let's talk about resilience. You face printer sabotage, Wi-Fi confusion, and how do you stay focused and productive under stress? I simply do it because it's my hobby. Question 4. Collaboration and feedback. Have you ever received critical feedback from your audience or collaborators? No one cares about my podcast. Question 5. Vision and grow. Where do you see your podcast and creative work evolving in the next year? Are there new formats, themes, or collaborations you'd like to explore? Yeah, I don't know any idea what happens in the future. And that's it. Okay. What else? What can we do? Yes, we can talk about That's a good question. I don't know what to do with this podcast episode, I think, with this episode. But we can use the help of AI chatbots. Okay, collaborate. Yes, it's the question 5 is in the question 5 is interesting. Explain me it to me. Okay, I think it's a good question. Absolutely, Peter. Question 5 is all about your creative vision and future goals. It's not just asking what you want to do, but how you see your podcast and creative work evolving. Let's break it down. What it really means. Where do you see your podcast and creative work evolving in the next year? This question invites you to reflect on your long-term creative direction. Do you want to expand into video essays, live role plays, or even publish your novel? New formats or platforms. Will you stream more on Twitch, launch on YouTube, create behind-the-scenes content? Themes you want to explore more: satire, deeper emotional stories. Collaborations. Would you like to work with other creators, invite guests, or even co-write with AI on stream? Why it's powerful? It shows that you're not just reacting to life, you're shaping your legacy. Interviewers or your audience want to know: are you growing? Are you experimenting? Are you building something that lasts? Example answer: your style. In the next year, I want to expand my podcast into live roleplays episodes. Okay, I understand. Okay. People really, I don't know, because it's a good idea to have guests on my podcast. I have my room for this, where we can sit together and we can have fun and stream in this and record the new live streams and episodes in the same time that can be the part of my Peter's English podcast. But I don't know something. I don't know somebody like it that is good for my podcast. Okay, but it's a good idea, of course. Okay, I'm a little tired. What can... Okay. Do another role play. Absolutely, Peter. Let's dive into another serious roleplay that fits your creative style and could work beautifully on stream. This time, let's imagine you're applying for a position as a creative language coach, someone who helps learners master English through storytelling, mythos, and humor. Roleplay: interview for creative language coach. Setting: a modern education startup called Mythos Lingua, known for blending grammar with narrative immersion. You're the candidate. I'm the interviewer. Me. Good evening, Peter. We've reviewed your podcast, your Mythos style grammar lessons, and your work with... It's very impressive. Let's begin. Question 1. Teaching philosophy. Your lessons blend storytelling with grammar. How do you make language learning memorable and engaging for students who struggle with traditional methods? We make language learning memorable. Yes, of course. I play with AI chatbots because I think AI chatbots are the future of learning English, and it's better than doing something boring. We can continue with question 2. Handling student anxiety. Someone sometimes feels shy or overwhelmed. How do you support learners emotionally while still helping them progress? How do you support learners emotionally? I don't support them because I don't have someone, but if I can support everyone with who wants to learn English, that you can do it and you can change your, you have to simply find your goal why you want to learn English, and that is most important thing. And then when you find something good for you, you can simply use it and learn English. Question 3, creative integration. You've used printer drama, and can you give an example of how you turn a real life moment into grammar lesson? I don't know if this is a good question. Yes, of course it is. I simply created the next chapter of my novel. Yes, people, you can use your life and create your own novel inspired by your life. Excellent idea how to make fun of your life. Why not? Question 4, collaboration with AI. You often collaborate with AI to build lessons and translate stories. How do you see AI enhancing language education, and how do you keep it personal? AI can simply help us with learning English. It can be very good English teacher. You have to know how to use it. Question 5. Vision for Mythos Lingua. If hired, what would your first creative project be? Would you design a Mythos style curriculum, a podcast series, or something entirely new? Yes, I want to do a podcast series, but I don't know what I want to do. A podcast series about history of Slovak, and yes, I still can do now. Okay, we can speak about Spiš Castle. Yes, it's a good idea. We can speak about Spiš Castle. Explain my audience about it, and then explain my audience about Devín Castle. Why not? It can be something interesting. Absolutely, Peter. Let's give your audience a mythos-rich tour of two of Slovakia's most iconic castles, Spiš Castle and Devín Castle. Whether you're streaming live or scripting your next podcast episode, here's how you can present them with flair and historical depth. Spiš Castle, Spišský hrad. Overview. Located in eastern Slovakia near Spišské Podhradie and Žehra, one of the largest castle complexes in Central Europe, listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1993. History highlights. Built in 12th century as a boundary fortress for the Kingdom of Hungary, became the political and administrative center of Spiš County. Owned by noble families Zápolia, Turzo and Čáky. Destroyed by fire in 1780, possibly due to lightning, moonshine mishap or tax evasion strategy. Architecture and legacy. Romanesque foundation with Gothic and Renaissance additions. Includes a Gothic chapel, fortified walls and residential palace. Today it houses exhibitions from the Spiš Museum, including medieval torture devices. How to present it? Spiš Castle isn't just stone and ruin. It's a monument to centuries of power, rebellion and paraffin-powered legacy. From royal halls to moonshine shops, it's Slovakia medieval heartbeat. Devín Castle, Devinský hrad. Overview. Located in Bratislava at the confluence of the Danube and Morava rivers. One of the eldest castles in Slovakia, with roots going back to 864 AD. History highlights. Fortified since the Bronze and Iron Ages, later by Celts and Romans. Played a key role in Great Moravia, possibly the seat of Prince Rastislav. blown up by Napoleon's troops in 1809, leaving it in ruins. Symbolism and legacy. Known for the Maiden Tower, perched dramatically on a lone rock linked to legends or of tragic love, became a symbol of Slovak national identity and resistance. During the Cold War, it stood near the Iron Curtain, heavily guarded until 1989. How to present it? Devín Castle is more than a ruin, it's a sentinel of Slovak history. From Roman legions to Cold War watchtowers, it stood at the crossroads of empires, legends and longing. What else? These people were very interesting. What do you think? We can continue. What we can do? Yes, Trenchant Castle. Yes, explain. No. Explain my audience the history of Bratislava and Košice. Why not? It's something can be. This is something that can be interesting. Absolutely, Peter. Here's a mythos-rich, stream-ready explanation of the history of Bratislava and Košice, perfect for your audience, whether they're tuning in for legacy learning or a bit of paraffin-powered storytelling. Bratislava, from Celtic coins to capital power. Ancient roots. The area around Bratislava has been settled for millions of years, with prehistoric remains found in Nevínska Nová Ves. In the 1st century BC, Celtic tribes minted coins here. One even bore the name Biatek, possibly a local king. Strategic crossroads. Because of its location on the Danube River, Bratislava became a key hub linking the Mediterranean, the Orient, and the Central Europe. During the Bronze and Iron Ages, fortified settlements rose on the castle hill and nearby cliffs. Medieval power, known historically as Pressburg, German, and Pozsony, Hungarian. It became a vital city in the Kingdom of Hungary. In the 16th century, it was even the capital of Hungary, hosting coronations and parliamentary sessions. Modern identity. After World War I, Bratislava became part of Czechoslovakia and later the capital of independent Slovakia in 1993. Today it's a vibrant city blending history, politics and culture from medieval towers to modern tech hubs. Košice, the Gothic jewel of eastern Slovakia. Early beginnings. First mentioned in 1230 as Villa Casa. Košice was founded by German colonists and Slavic settlers. By 1290, it has town privileges, rights to hold markets, collect taxes, and build fortifications. Royal prestige. In 1342 and 1347, Košice became a free royal town, one of the most important in Greater Hungary. In 1369, it became the first European city to receive a coat of arms by royal decree. Cultural flourishing. Despite wars and religious conflicts in the 16th and 17th centuries, Košice became a center of learning with Jesuit schools and a university. The 18th, 19th centuries brought Baroque, neoclassical and romantic architecture along with aristocratic patronage. Industrial rise. In the 20th century, Košice became a major industrial hub, especially after the construction of the East Slovakian steelworks in 1950s. Its population and urban area expanded dramatically, transforming it into a modern city with deep historical roots. Okay, people, this was the history of Slovakia. What else we can do? This episode is not prepared. People, any episode of my podcast except my reading episode when I read the new chapters of my Pittsburgh English podcast are not prepared. I don't have any keys, I don't have any notes, I don't have something. I'm trying to speak without preparation, but I use the help of AI chatbots because I want to show you how to learn English with the help of AI chatbots. And what else? Something. Okay, I was talking about Prešov, Košice and Bratislava. I've told you about the mine region Šariš. What else? I think that's it for this episode. I did it because I don't want to bore you. Yes. I know that no one follows me. I don't have any audience, but I don't care because my podcast is my platform and I like doing my podcast. I like learning English, and that's it. And when I discover something that I want to tell you, I tell you in the new episodes or in the live stream. But for this, I want to end this episode because I think that's it. I don't have any ideas how to continue. What else we can? I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I want to tell you bye bye.